Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5. As you see, I have my Ted Nugent Farewell Tour t-shirt on. And it just seems appropriate when you go to a Ted Nugent concert that you stop at a gun store. So we did in Beaumont. There was this gun store. They had an indoor shooting range that you can rent guns. I did not do that. But I've been really interested in 1911s and more specifically the Springfield Armory Prodigy. They didn't have one. But they did have a couple of Rock Island Armory 1911s double stack. One of them was way too big for my purposes, but they had this, which this is the Rock Island Baby Rock 310 in 9mm. They had this same gun in 45 ACP with the same capacity, and so I picked this up. And just before we get started, it is unloaded. As you can see, it is unloaded. And so anyways, I just today shot this, and I thought I would talk about it. If you subscribe to my channel, I'm not a very good shot. I'm constantly looking for a gun that's very shootable for me. I decided to pick this up. And this is kind of like the opposite spectrum of 9mm to the Hellcat. The Hellcat's a polymer striker-fired gun. This is a double-stack, fully metal 1911. And I thought, well, maybe the extra weight will help. And really, shooting it was quite pleasant. And a lot of times when I would do my first break, I would hit what I'm aiming at. And although with my paper target is not super impressive, I will share a little bit of that with you. Something that I noticed with this was when I was reaching out to the steel targets, this about 80 feet away, give or take, is at least one chain, which is 66 feet. It's past one chain, but it's at least one chain, and I'm thinking is around 80 something feet. Anyways, I was able to reach out and touch those long distance steel targets at least 3 or 4 times out of a 10 round magazine. The fourth shot would hit it, and then I'll miss a couple times, and then I'll hit it a couple more times, and then I'll miss. But I was actually hitting it multiple times, which was really impressive to me because I normally don't hit that with a 9mm. I've hit it with a 4-inch 357 Magnum multiple times, and with my Ruger Mark III and my 5.7, but never with a mid-bore, or a 9mm. And with the 357 Magnum, you have a long barrel and sight radius, and it's a pretty heavy gun as well, so I think that helped. But I was actually hitting it several times with this. Anyways, went to the gun store, picked this up, and they made me a holster on location. This is a hybrid style holster. It's leather on one side and Kydex on the other. I've never had that type of holster before. And it was, I carried it on the way back from the Ted Nugent concert. I bought ammo for it, so it wouldn't be just a paperweight. And I carried it. It wasn't super light, but it seems to shoot a little bit better than my Hellcat. Now, I need to shoot my Hellcat again and see if I can get a little bit better at it. But this 1911 seemed to, like I said, my first couple of shots were on, and then, when I was shooting at the steel target way down range, I was hitting it several times. So I'm pretty happy with the accuracy from this gun. Now, this gun has really made me interested in the Springfield Armory Prodigy. I'm already interested in it, but now that I've shot a 1911, it's like, wow, I'd really like to try the Prodigy. And so the question is, do I trade this with a couple other guns for the Prodigy, or do I trade my Hellcat and a couple of guns for the Prodigy? Just to kind of knock down that price tag a little bit. But yeah, so this has been a really pleasant gun to shoot. Not super pleasant to carry because it's a brick, but it's not undoable. You know, it's definitely doable. And also, this is a 10-round magazine, and you can get 20-round magazines or 19-round magazines and put them in there. So this can hold a higher capacity magazine if you want to do that. It was considerably more accurate for me than my 357 Magnum. More accurate than that gun for me. Now, I haven't shot this with 38 Specials yet, but it was just very refreshing to have a non-mouse gun caliber shoot well for me. And I think the only other 9mm type pistol that I could shoot somewhat accurately was the Beretta Cheetah. But I haven't shot one of those in a while. I'm going to show you my target. So keep in mind that if you are a subscriber to me, I'm not a great shot. No one's ever taught me how to shoot a handgun properly. It's just something that I go out and do and try to get better at. And I can generally shoot with my 5.7 pretty accurately. But this is a 9mm. And it's a very heavy 9mm. And also I want to point out, in case you noticed, it has these cutouts on the slide. It is not ported, which is a little bit disappointing because it has these cutouts. I figured if it has those cutouts, it'd be ported, but it's not. You can see my first shot right here was right where but this wasn't my first shot. It was my first shot at the head area, aiming at the head. Got right at the head, but then I was kind of hitting a little bit low when doing kind of rapid fire shooting. And then I hit a couple in the neck, got flyers, shoulders. And then this was my first area that I was shooting at. And you can tell that I'm getting somewhat of a group in the middle. And then I got some weird ones down here. But all in all, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say 5, 6, 7 bullets that are on the paper. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting that as 5, 6, 7. So out of all the shots, which I ended up shooting a 50-round box, 7 completely missed the target, or I wouldn't count as a legitimate shot. Actually, I think this one's 2 of them. So I'm not sure if that's 2. It might not be 2. But far as what I'm going to say is legitimate shooting or effective shooting, is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 hits in the body. Now, not all of those are center body and mass. Some of them are in the gut pile. But that's, what did I say, 27 shots are actually hitting the body. Not super good shooting in the grand scheme of things, but I'm definitely feel that I'm getting more bullets in the critical areas. And some of these might be double hits, like that one right there, because, little different size holes. But like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'd say 15 rounds in the center body mass. And I definitely got 1 in the neck and 1 in the head. So not a super impressive target, but it's definitely, I feel, an improvement than over some of the Swiss cheese targets I've had in the past. And I feel, and like I said, I need to shoot this again and shoot my Hellcat again, but I feel that this one was a little bit more accurate than the Hellcat. The Hellcat is lighter weight, the Hellcat has higher capacity, but this seemed, especially when I was shooting at the steel targets, I seemed to hit the steel targets on a much more regular basis with this than with my Hellcat. Again, I need to shoot the Hellcat again to confirm that. But this has definitely made me a lot more interested in the Springfield Armory Prodigy. Now, there was the question of carrying a gun with a manual safety cocked and locked. That generally the fad is that you don't want safeties on your guns. But, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. I'm just so focused on trying to find a very shootable gun that the safety issue, the manual safety issue, is not a big concern of mine. It's something that I feel that you can train out and master. But I'm trying to find a very shootable gun. So, by the way, this is a non-ambi safety, and yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with it. It was a fairly pleasant gun to shoot, and I was hitting targets on a more regular basis than I did the last time I went to the range. And so I'm definitely interested in the Prodigy. And I'm kind of interested in trying out this hybrid holster. I've never carried a hybrid holster before. All my holsters are either Kydex or completely leather in general. But yeah, we'll see how that works out. I'm trying to decide if I like this or my Hellcat better, because I really want to keep a 9mm in the collection. And I know with the Prodigy it's 9mm, and that would be in the collection. But I still want a compact 9mm in the collection that I can practice with and hopefully master. But anywho, still super interested in the Prodigy. Was pretty happy with shooting this, and maybe next time I go to the range I'll bring you with me, because you can see things as they happen. Unfortunately, I get one free target when I pay for my range time. And so when you shoot 50 rounds at a paper target and you wobble a little bit, it kind of gets hard to see what's going on the paper. But I really enjoy shooting at that still. I enjoy it. I love the audible feedback. But yeah, this was a fun gun to shoot. When we went to the gun store and I picked this up, they also had a 45 ACP version of it. Both the 9mm and the 45 ACP were 10 round capacity, 10+1, and this one will fit longer extended magazines, so that's a plus. I wish the grip was a little bit longer, but other than that, it was a very pleasant gun to shoot, and I am still very interested in the Prodigy. So that's it. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you weren't impressed with my shooting, just keep in mind that I'm just trying to figure this out by myself, and it appears that with the 5.7, the PPK and 32, and my Ruger Mark III, they're just very pointable and shootable for me, and so I'm trying to find a 9mm that's in that realm of pointability and shootability. So my target should not reflect necessarily how good this thing shoots. It should reflect on, if I can hit still with this, then that's a pretty good indicator that's accurate. But it's way more accurate than I am. So that's it. I'm Asatsu5, and I'm out.